Welcome back, Pauper fans. Bryant Cook, and today I am playing one of my favorite Pauper decks, aside from Cycle Storm, which is my top favorite. But Twiddle Storm and Pauper, I love this deck so much. I haven't recorded this in, honestly, like 4 months, almost 5 at this point, due to Cheddar Storm just wrecking this deck, but also cleansing Wildfire. Now that Cheddar Storm has been removed, only half of the issue remains. So cleansing Wildfire is just like not very good for the deck that is looking to enchant a land and go bananas. That said, Modern Horizons 2 gave us indestructible artifact lands, which means that we can play these indestructible lands and enchant them with Dawn's Reflection and Market Festival in the matchups that we need to. But if we're going to run indestructible lands, unfortunately, we have to make some concessions. So we can't enchant a land with Utopia Sprawl, and then just go nuts. So it sort of pushes you into running the Karoo builds, because the Karoo builds run Dawn's Reflection and Market Festival, and none of these smaller enchantments, only the big enchantments. So you're almost pressured into running this variant. But on top of that, you can't run fetch lands. So you'll notice there's only 7 basics here. So you could run like 4 Ash Barrens and 3 lands, which doesn't make sense. Or you can run like 4 lands and 3 Ash Barrens, which is just like a little awkward. And it's not great, to be honest. So when you're going down on fetch lands and you're running a really small amount of them, Brainstorm seems to make less sense. So this list is actually lacking Brainstorm. You might not have noticed, maybe you did, but there's no copies of Brainstorm here. And instead we're running 2 copies of Flux. So Flux is like a Winds of Change, sort of Tolarian Wind sort of card, where each player chooses any number of cards, discards them, draws a card, and then Flux itself draws a card. So why I'm playing this is you need to be able to convert lands mid-combo into actual spells, and Flux is just a really easy way of doing that. Normally, I would love to run Tolarian Winds, but the problem is Psychic Puppetry is a card you need to keep in your hand. You can't afford to get rid of those. So because Flux lets you select what you discard, it's slightly better than something like Tolarian Winds. Yeah, so we're using Flux to convert lands into cards mid-combo, which just makes a lot of sense. You can also discard Deep Analysis to make it cheaper to flash back. That said, if you flash back Deep Analysis, you obviously don't have a way of targeting your opponent, so if they kill you in your upkeep, it's your own fault. All right, so there's 2 more slots where Brainstorm left. One of them became the 4th copy of Psychic Puppetry, because I want to be able to just win on turn 4 or 5 without having to find the Puppetry. So I am running 4 Puppetry and 4 Dreamscript. This isn't a popular choice. A lot of people, when running Dreamscript in this deck, don't like running 4 copies of Puppetry. I'm going to accept it. I want the speed that it comes with, so I'm running 4 Puppetry. Plus, when you're running Puppetry, they get really good when you have a number of Karoos in play, because you can untap Karoos. So multiple copies of Puppetry are actually decent in this list. All right, so there's one more slot that Brainstorm would have occupied, and that is my 19th land. In these Karoo builds, you really do want extra lands, so that's what I'm running. I'm running 19 lands. It could be a 7th Karoo, but then you open up hands that are just double Karoo and you have to mulligan. So I'm choosing to only run 6 today. Instead, we're running the 6 artifact lands as well to help beat Cleansing Wildfire. That's the main deck. All right, so you might be watching this for the first time, not realizing how this deck actually worked. All right, so I sort of went too deep too quickly. All right, so if you're unfamiliar, and you might be, because a lot of people have joined this channel over the last 5 months that I haven't recorded this deck. So the plan, as I mentioned, is to enchant your lands with these big things. All right, so you end up with a land that taps for 4 mana. That's the goal. So you only need 1 Dawn's Reflection if it's on a Karoo land. Or you need 2 if it's on Tanglepool Bridge or this Silverbluff Bridge. All right, so ideally you want 4 mana, because then you can keep winning the game. Technically, you can go off with 3 mana lands, but it's very difficult, because at some point you have to double Dreamscript into another enchantment. It's possible, but 4 is the magic number. All right, and then you use Arcane Spells such as Ideas Unbound, Reach Through Mists, and Peer Through Depths alongside Psychic Puppetry to untap that land whenever you cast one of these spells. So Psychic Puppetry attaches onto our Arcane Spells to untap our land. So it's basically like having Lotus Field in Modern, where whenever you cast Ideas Unbound, it untaps Lotus Field. Essentially, you're just looking to build your own Lotus Field before doing the Twiddle Storm thing that you would do in Modern here in Pauper. All right, but the Pauper deck doesn't have Past in Flames. It doesn't have Underworld Breach. What are you doing? Well, you have Stream of Thought. It's both your win condition and your engine. So what you want to be doing is putting Ideas Unbound and then Peer Through Depths back into your deck over and over, decking yourself until you get to a really small number. And eventually you can create this like sort of doomsday pile where you just mill or loop these 4 cards until you create a bunch of mana. You loop another Stream of Thought back, and then you essentially brain freeze your opponent out with Stream of Thought. So this is a Storm deck that doesn't use Storm. Instead, we use Replicate, but it's definitely a Storm deck. That's why it's called Twiddle Storm. But that's how this deck wins, is using Stream of Thought. It is your engine and your win condition. It's just beautiful deck building. And then at the end, you deep analysis targeting your opponent to force them to draw a card and lose the game. All right, so that's how the deck wins. In the board, we have Giga Draws for the blue matchups, tap your opponents down and then murder them. Hydroblast for our red matchups. Pyroblast that we're supporting off of Izzet Boilerworks and the bridge. I am not running a basic mountain or a way of finding the mountain, so I don't think that's actually useful here. But Pyroblast is pretty important for stopping Dravoka Horror from bouncing your lands, because bouncing the lands is one of the effective ways of getting you. So we're looking to stop bounce spells. Weather the Storm is also for the red matchups on top of Hydroblast and then Moments. I had an idea before I started recording this video, but I don't feel comfortable doing it yet. I think you could probably play a Boreal Grazer in this deck, and the board is like an option versus aggro, and then which accelerates you into your Karoo Lands. I think it's a really good idea. I don't know how to do it yet, so I'm not going to do it for this video. I was just thinking about it before I started recording, so I'm not doing that today. But if you have an idea about how to fit in Grazer into the main deck or into the sideboard, I'd love to hear it, because I think I'd like to try Grazer soon. I can't wait to play this deck. It's been so long since I've done it. I played one practice match last night and I almost timed out. So I might be a little bit rusty on the speed aspect of this deck, because this deck takes a long time to win. So buckle up. It's going to be a long league. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in match number 1. Actually, I haven't shilled yet. If you want to support this content, like, comment, subscribe, all free things to do. I promise the shilling will be fast. Like, comment, subscribe. It supports this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. There's a member button next to that. This is join. That's one of the best ways you can support us. You know, help us grow as a channel. Help me keep making this beautiful content that I'm sure that you're going to love. So join our channel. You unlock badges, emotes, but also the member section of our Discord. Our Discord is free to join, but we do have a private member section. And I'm not going to go through all the membership details. You're an intelligent person. You can click the join button and read. I believe in you. Aside from that, we do have donation decks that you can go to theepicstorm.com/donation decks and see those there. We have a shop with tons of card singles, mostly Legacy, but go check those out. I like to call Pauper Legacy Light, so there's probably something you want there. And then we have tons of sweet Storm swag over at theepicstorm.com/shop. Pens, playmats, token packs, pint glasses, t-shirts, and much, much more. Go pick some stuff up. I would greatly appreciate it. And then we have our token pack. I feel like I've done this spiel in every single video recently, but for for $13, you get 128 tokens. I'm not going to do the whole thing this time, but you get a lot of this stuff. Whoops, I clicked the wrong one. This one and this stuff. So I'm not going to do it all. You can go to theepicstorm.com/shop and check that stuff out for yourself. I just want to get twiddling. I hope that's okay with you instead of shilling again. But this is my second recorded video of the day. Whew. Lots going on. All right, I will see you in match number 1. Don't go anywhere. I think this league is going to be a blast. Welcome to match number 1. It's just setting in for me now that I'm about to play this deck again. I'm really nervous because this deck takes a long time to execute its combo. Hopefully Flux helps increase the speed a little bit at getting through your deck. I'm definitely going to keep this. This hand is delightful. We just need to find an enchantment and Psychic Puppetry. I might just burn the reach quickly. I don't know. F6. And every second counts. And it's a deck that could be playing Artifact Destruction. Or, I'm sorry, Land Destruction. Yeah, it definitely is. So I could have played Growth Chamber there, but I would end up discarding. So instead, I'm just gonna play spells. Yeah, they're definitely like a Wildfire control deck. I'm gonna take Ponder here. Okay. A little bit nervous about getting my lands blown up. Good draw with the Puppetry. We just have to resolve an enchantment. There's a Dawn's Reflection, which I do want. I think I'm going to discard the Boilerworks. We just don't need another Karoo. Okay. So I'm going to be able to resolve a Dawn's Reflection. So if I wanted to, I could try to win right now. So, or am I wrong? So Twiddle the Dreams. No, we're 1 mana short. So we would twiddle the Growth Chamber to make 1. Tap the island. Well, I guess we could put it here. I feel like that's just risky. I'm just going to put it on the land. I don't want to risk fizzling. Our opponent's not an aggressive deck. Let's just play conservatively. I also shouldn't tank like that because that's just like extra time off our clock. Okay. I'm just going to pass. The reason why is I'm going to tap down some of their lands on their end step with these piers. I need to be quick about it. I know that it seems like an exaggeration, but this deck, another land, stop that. All right, so let's add a green. Okay. Maybe we want full, the grip. I don't know. Okay, and now let's peer and then splice. Tap another land. All right, the puppetry actually isn't bad here. Okay. So let's reach and nope. Okay, now I'll switch phases. All right, so let's untap this land. Okay. Wrong color. Now we'll enchant our land. Tap. So we just need to hit action spells off this now. Yikes. That's what I get for taking a puppetry off that here, I guess. I can't keep that. Shovel. That's a bummer. Okay, let's enchant our land and pass. Discard 3 lands. So I knew the risk when I didn't take the Muddle the Mixtures, but I felt like the double puppetry tapping down their lands was just so important. But maybe I I don't know if this deck has counter spells or not. It might not. Who knows? Alright, okay. So we can go get another ideas here, which also shuffles the double muddle on the bottom back into the deck. Right? So we just have to play like they don't have anything anymore because we don't have the luxury of trying to play around stuff. Yep. Yeah, I had a window and I didn't hit. Another thought cast, okay. Then they get back counterspell. So this would actually be a window for me if I could draw an arcane spell, because I could tap their blue source and then go off. Come on, Ideas Unbound. Alright. Part of me wonders if I should just concede and go to game 2. They're flickering the Archaeomancer, getting back Ephemerate. Yep. Okay. Yep. Thoughtcast. Preordained. We would need them to like make some sort of mistake and tap out. Like, or tap low even. Death Blast, am I dead? Muddle. I'm gonna hang on to the muddle. Okay. I think I'm dead. This gets back a blast. I mean, I can fight over it, but yeah, let's just go to game 2. We know that our opponent has counterspell, and it's just like not worth it. Alright, so Pyroblast is definitely a card we want here. And then Giga Drowse. I do think we can afford to board out the 4th copy of Puppetry. That seems fine to me. And then, honestly, this isn't a speed matchup, so we can probably get rid of these Dream Scripts. We can take things nice and slow. We still have to find 2 cards to take out. I wonder if we can actually board out land 19. Like, get rid of a forest. And then, like, maybe 1 flux. Let's try this. Okay, on the play for game number 2. Sure. We will have to find one of our 4 red sources for these Pyroblasts, I'm well aware. We also have the enchantments that make red mana, so like technically we have more red sources than just that, but the lands are just the best one. Right, so play Island Pass. Sure. That's very good. A very good ponder. I think we're actually supposed to take the boil. A little bit worried about trying to enchant Boilerworks, but I think our next land was the indestructible one. Maybe I should have drawn the indestructible land this turn instead of the Dawn's Reflection. Okay, so they don't care about my Boilerworks. Oh, no, the next card is the Puppetry. That's right. I could try to just jam the Dawn's Reflection on the Boilerworks, but that could end up very bad for me. Okay. I'm gonna play the the Growth Chamber, return the island. And I think we discard the forest here. I could have like upkeep Giga Draws the red source, but I don't really want to do that. I guess one problem is I just discarded our only green source in the deck because I boarded out the forest. So if they hit the growth chamber, it's a little bit awkward. Yep. 2 cleansing wildfires down. So, I mean, I don't think that this is what I want to do, but I could end up tap their ridge on our turn, enchant the island, and try to go off that way, but it's just so risky. I'm just going to ponder. I don't think I want those. So this would allow me, if for some reason our opponent tapped low, we could Giga Draws on their end step, and then untap and try to win. They have Ephemerate, so like I'm just going to counter this. And they tapped low, so I can actually Giga Draws their land here. Alright, we have an opening. Okay, come on, give me another ideas. I'll take a flux. Okay, so we're going to equip our land. Blue, blue, blue. Ideas, Splice. Okay, that was really good. Ideas, Splice. How much mana is this? So that's 6. That means I can upgrade our land here. And then untap it with the reach. Okay. Let's cast this pier. Take a reach. I don't need another stream right now. Make a bunch of blue. I should ponder. Shuffle. Perfect. Okay. Trying to build up to a really big flux here. Love it. Okay. Let's stream a thought ourselves for one. Return some of those really good arcane spells. So 1 ideas, 2 ideas, 3 ideas, and then here. Okay, now let's cast Flux. We're gonna get rid of 5 cards. So this is a draw 6. Okay, so we can suit up our land. Got a green. Untap. Okay, equip. Or enchant, I should say. Got a green. In reality, I probably should have added double green so that way in case I drew another, but it's fine. I did it again. We're actually kind of low on action spells here. I'll gladly take these. Even if I fizzled on that, we do have Stream of Thought to deck ourselves and then flashback deep. Not super concerned with that. We also have another Flux. Oh no, I boarded out the other Flux. I lied. Okay, let's Stream of Thought ourselves. Actually, we have enough mana floating. I'm going to do 2. Okay, I'm just going to put a bunch of ideas back in here. And then the other stream. Now this one. We don't need any of those. think that's good. Okay, so now we use so much mana. We peer. I probably could have done another one. That way this peer was like almost guaranteed to hit. Okay, well that was good. Yeah, I probably should have done another. Because they're like, there's a chance that I fizzle here. And there just shouldn't be. Okay. So how many cards do they have? 37? I should just be able to deck them. We still have the deep analysis in the deck, which should be hit off this pier because I haven't seen it yet. Okay. 12 minutes. I'm doing okay on time, actually. Whole bunch of mana. And the deep should be coming up. Is our last card that I will draw with this read. Okay, so now we target them. They have 37, so 9 will work. We just pay a bunch of mana. Spam them, target them. Yes! Alright, that was fun. I love playing this deck. Do I want the other Flux in the deck, though? Maybe we can cut a reach. Let's try this. Alright, game 3, and we have 11 minutes to get the job done. Keep. I'm taking a mulligan. Okay, bridge. We'll play our own. Reflection's good. My only concern is right now I have to discard a card if I play Boilerworks. I don't know what I discard. Yep. Draw. Just gonna return island. I think I'm actually just gonna discard the stream. Be nice if they tapped out so I could play this Dawn's Reflection. That's what they did. Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, Lux is fine. Please resolve. Alright, they had double counter spell. Sort of annoying. Rate's really good. Oh. We're in trouble. Our opponent's definitely really far ahead now. Blast. You just have to pass here, but I can Giga Draws them down on their end step and try to do something. We can make 5 blue. I dead. I go to 8. It's gonna be tough for me to win this, but I think next turns are like realistically our only window. And there is passing, which is wise. Did I just Yep, I targeted the island twice, I think. Yep, because it shifted and I targeted the same island twice. Ah, it's so annoying. Instead, they should only have one island untapped. Now they have counterspell mana up. Jeez. Alright, just I gotta play tight here. We have Muddle if they try to play counterspell. But it just shouldn't have been on the table for them. Yeah, now I just fizzled. It's frustrating. I have to get rid of Flux. I can't get rid of the stream. That was my own fault. That said, even with 2 extra mana there, let's say I didn't have to cast the Muddle because I correctly tapped their island. I guess I could transmute. Yeah, I could have transmuted for another Ideas, so that would have given me at least 3 more Lux. But just clicking too fast, selected the same island twice. Oh, it's a bummer. Definitely just cost me. I don't think I'm going to be able to come back now. Oh. Come on, tap out. Give me a chance. Yikes. They've played 3 counter spells. They probably have like Hydroblast in their deck, or Pyroblast in their deck too. Sure. Transmute, I guess. Like, I'm a little bit worried that I'm just dead to Archaeomancer next turn. Getting back Blast, so I think I'm supposed to just like jam this Ideas and pray, but I don't expect that it's going to resolve. Alright. Counterspell number 4. Yep. Alright, let's scour ourselves, return the Ideas. So like I said, we're dead to our Archaeomancer on Dagav Blast. We're dead to another counterspell. Like, we're just not winning. I messed up my window. And there's the Archaeomancer. Select Gav Blast, attack. Yep. Womp womp. Play poorly, get punished. It's a lesson. I'm not saying that I would have won this game because it's possible that the second Ideas would have fizzled. But I could have played that better. I should have been clicking so quickly. But it happens. We're 0-1. I'm sorry. But you did get to see how sweet that I can be in game number 2. Stick around. I'm sure there's going to be more sweet games coming right up. We are on the play for match number 2. Can't keep that ship. This seems fine. I'm going to get rid of the stream. We don't really need that at the moment. We're just looking for more lands. Help cast these on reflections. Okay, not really. Assuming that this is burn, this is not a matchup I want to face. Our deck isn't the fastest. And it's burn. That's a bummer. Alright. Cool. Pass here. We do have a counterspell in our hand to buy some time. We need a land here. Okay. I just have to hope to draw another land. Counterspell something this turn with Muddle. This might be a quick one. Counterspell this. We still have 4 cards in hand. Right? I mean, we did need a puppetry, but we have to put this Dawn Reflection into play. So like a Karoo here would be... I mean, I guess a Karoo is no different from a regular land. Yikes. So Karoo would have been better there, because it would give us one extra land untapped. But I have a feeling that we're not going to be alive right now anyway. We have 4 cards. Yep. So we're dead to Fire Blast. So we dead. I mean, we did miss a land drop that game, which cost us, so I'm not terribly surprised. But it was a mulligan. Now we board in the Hydroblast and the Weathers, and hopefully that does some damage. I think we just take out Deep Analysis. It does help us like target them to win the game, but we can also just Weather to gain a buttload of life and not have to worry about that. Then we still have to find 4 cuts. I think we just take out Muddle in this matchup. It's like a nice card to have, but like, you don't really want to be holding mana open for Muddle. Like, Transmute, it is a tutor for your Ideas Unbound, but I think we can get away with not having it. If you want to keep in Muddle, I think you have to board out Ponder, which just like hurts consistency, so I don't know. Like, you could also like try taking out Dreamscript, but like Dreamscript is a speed card. I guess we're trying to slow the game down with the Weathers. Maybe that's the move. Let's try this. Alright, on the play. Yay, yay. Into 5. Not bad for a 5. So the forest represents a guaranteed 4th land to be able to play an enchantment. But, I mean, it's just like, you have to be kind of lucky in order to do that, and I think we might need some assistance. So I kept the extra draw spell. Might not pan out for us. Okay, well, I'm going to kill the creature. Buy some time. Okay. That is their least scary thing they can do on turn 2, so I'm fine with that. I'm going to shuffle that. We just need an enchantment. Have to pass here. Sure. Draw. Come on, deck. Okay. So we now want to find like Ideas Unbound or Peer. Counter that. Really? That's interesting that they really wanted to resolve Fire Blast that badly. We're going to 8 here. Draw. Right, so we need to draw an action spell in ASAP. So on our upkeep, we're going to be at 6 from the Pierced Hearts. Another Fire Blast, okay. So action spell, let's go. Unfortunately not. We boarded out the Deep Analysis, so we don't have that. But we also couldn't flashback Deep Analysis at 2 life. So we died to burn. Unfortunate that we're starting this league out 0-2, but it happens. I also didn't have anything coming. Wow. Alright, 0-2. Okay, we're on the play for match number 3. And what is with all these no-landers? Come on, deck. This hand's fine. Consider the Boilerworks. You also could have put Stream of Thought on the bottom. It's just like double Boilerworks just takes so long to do. Or double Karoo Land, I should say. Mono white aggro. Yep. Let's ponder. Oh, we just need the enchantments. Can play Karoo. This is a matchup that you can not have to worry about enchanting the land because they're not going to blow up your land. So you can always enchant to a Karoo. Okay. The clock. Draw. I think you're supposed to peer because you can't double reach this turn, and there's no enchantments on top anyways. That actually worked out. Maybe take a Dream Script in case we need to tap them down. Psychic Puppetry would be a good draw too because you can use it to buy time to tap down their large creatures. Yeah, that is a large Vault Scourge. Okay. Draw. So I chose to play the island over like the Growth Chamber or the bridge because I'm trying to represent strength here, but maybe that's not the move to do. And this way also Dream Script reach, hit another Dream Script could possibly keep us alive if they happen to have like Apostle's Blessing or some sort of effect like that. We're going to attempt to tap. Let's see if we can hit another. So we're going to go to 2 this turn. So we're not dead, but we're probably not winning. This build just might need like something to speed it up in the main deck. Like it might need a Grazer or a Growth Spiral, something along those lines. Because it does feel a little bit too slow right now. Like it's turn 5 and I'm still not ready to win. Alright, so I'm going to concede this. We do get to board in Moments Peace here. And like honestly, this is the sort of thing that I've never liked about their Karoo builds, is they are very slow. That said, the builds that I typically enjoy playing, which happen to be the Utopia Sprawl builds, they can't support the bridge, and I feel like bridge is probably the best path forward. So I need to find another way of making this deck work. So we get a board in the Moments Piece here. I don't think Weather is very good in the matchup, so I don't want that. Yeah, we don't need Deep Analysis. That card can go. Try this. Actually, maybe. Sorry, maybe you're supposed to board out one of the blue-red bridges. Sure. We just need to find another untapped land, and then we can have turn 3 enchantment, turn 4 enchantment. Okay. Forest go. Plains? Any 1-drop opponent? Or are you gonna hold up Mana Tithe? There's the Scourge. Okay, pick up our land. Okay, Ethereal Armor. Anything else? Sure. Alright, so we do have a turn 4 festival. I'm gonna ponder here. Like, I don't need to hold up Dream's Grip. That's fine. So now we pass. Sentinel's Eyes. Getting in for 5. So we're going to fall to 13. I think if they don't tap out here, I'm going to twiddle my Boilerworks so that way I can play around Mana Tithe. And play the enchantment. Should have pondered there. I hit F6, but I should have pondered. I don't really want the land that's on top. Not the end of the world. This is for 7. So if they have 6, I mean, it's impossible for them to have 6 power worth of pumps in their hand, but if they did, we'd be dead. So, drawing a land. I think I'm not supposed to enchant first, because I could lose. So this does tap for 4, and then I could, like, peer to untap this and make mana, but I would lose the mana tithe. So instead, I'm just going to Ideas. Okay. We can play the other enchantment. So if they mana tithe here, I can pay for it, but I lose 2 mana because this land, it's tapped and then I have to untap it. But this is actually a good spot to use mana. Come on. Alright, so our enchantment resolved, that's good. Now we can peer. Okay. Grab another peer, which just makes mana, so we're fine with that. Peer again. Grab another peer. Just peering our way straight through the deck. Ideas would be nice though because we do have this flux to convert extra lands. There's an Ideas. Okay. Now we'll Ideas. Add a bunch more mana. And reach. I'm going to Ponder and then Muddle. I want that. So now this Muddle can go get another Ideas. Then eventually we'll just have a really large flux. I do like flux in this sort of build. It actually makes a lot of sense to me. We can get rid of one. And maybe I should have cast Stream before. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, I probably should have shuffled some Ideas in. Oh well. Okay, so we did hit a tutor for more copies of Ideas, so that's good. Put a Flux back in the deck. Just helps us rip through. Put our enchantment on. Put our enchantment on. Who doesn't love putting pants on the lands, right? Transmute. We get another Ideas. We only have the one Karoo Land, so I don't really need to splice the other. Okay. 23 cards left. So I think I can get close to the magic number on stream here. That way I can just get my deck down to like almost nothing and not worry about fizzling. Let's see. Yeah, I can. So this is going to leave me with 3 cards in deck. Okay. Now I do Ideas. Ideas, Stream. And Ideas. So I think I'm like almost guaranteed to hit here. Untap, and now we just have it. Right. So I just have to go through the motions now and not mess up. Target them with Stream. Yeah, I can copy it. Why not? We have enough mana. Ideas stream here. Walk. I probably don't want to return that. Guess I can return all these peers. I have another stream in hand. Okay. We have 40 cards, 41 cards in deck. Let's add this on there. 5 cards, so I can't deck here, so that's good. Same targets. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing right now, probably. I'm just, like, wasting time. So let's add some mana and then just finish this. We're at 25. Untap this real quick. Add a bunch of mana. And now we stream. Alright, so we don't have deep analysis in the deck. So I will have to move to end step and just discard. Alright, and they were nice and conceded. Alright, so game number 3. Just have to get this one. Moment's Peace is very good against them for what it's worth. Just like double time walk. We can't keep. For that. Get rid of an island. Like, we probably need to find a Karoo Land with this Ponder. Right. Ponder. Can't keep that. Gotta shuffle. That's a start. So now next step is finding a dual land, a Karoo. Lands that tap for 2. Soul land, maybe. And that is one big bird. Ouch. Alright. Take 3 here. No need to cast Moment's Peace. We want to save Moment's Peace for when it matters a little bit more, but we need lands. Getting punished for bottoming that basic. Okay. We're taking 5 here, going to 9. Draw. This might not be fast enough. And like, we also probably can't beat a Mana Tithe. Okay, so Moment's Peace resolved. That's a good sign. We can't. We have to flashback Peace here because we need a turn where we can untap with an enchantment. They have 4 cards in it. Okay, so he could be dead next turn to that. Honestly, I think I just have to play the enchantment here. If I die, I die. Hopefully I get to untap, but like I don't think I'm going to be able to here. Come on, just have nothing, please. Give me a chance. So that's 8. That puts me to 1? What is this? Oh my. We have a shot at winning this. Alright, Flux is okay. We have plenty of time to. 12 minutes is a lot of time to win. But I shouldn't click too fast. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Ideas. And ideas again. Wow. From the skin of our teeth, one life. Now look at us, Mom. We're doing it. Yeah, let's target this. Apparently I didn't do that at all, which kind of stinks. Thought I targeted it with that puppetry. I just lost 5 mana. I'm gonna use one of these streams. I think we just need all 4 ideas in the deck. I'm gonna ponder and then reach, so in case we draw 2 good spells, and I don't want those, so shuffle. Another enchantment doesn't help. So I think we're supposed to flux here, and maybe even discard the stream. We have 1 stream left in our deck, but I think we need every card right now. So we're going to discard 5. Draw 6 new cards. Flux resolves. Okay, well we hit a bunch of twiddle effects. I can suit this up again and then peer. That's an idea, so that's good. Want the other flux as well, but I think it's a little greedy to take that. So let's transmute and shuffle that flux back into the deck. Go get another ideas. Now we can untap the growth chamber too. We hit the flux. Okay. Woot woot. Tap. Let's reach, why not? I'm going to do this here because I'm not sure if I got it. And I'm glad to waste the mana to make sure that I got it. Okay, so there's 22 cards left in deck. Here. Grab another pier, why not? Taking the mana. Okay. Just going through the motions, but I think we've got it from here. Grab another pier. We have to find the last stream. 7 minutes is a lot of time. Click, click, click. And pier. Alright, so we know that the stream will be on the bottom of our deck. We're at 46. I'm gonna flux. Okay. And that was a decent flux because we get to make our land tap for a lot more mana and then just stream our opponent out. We definitely have enough mana to win from here. Okay. Let's untap that land. I should figure out if there's a way of like keyboard shortcutting the color that you add. Like if you click on blue, or if you click on the W, or I'm sorry, the U symbol, would add blue. There's got to be a way of like keyboard shortcutting that to make it move faster instead of like having to move over and click. Nope, that's not the one I want. Puppetry. Untap. Blue, 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 blue. And we can do it one more time. I know that I have more mana in pool than cards that my opponent has in the library, but it makes me feel good having more mana. That way I feel like I can do it for more and I won't mess up somehow. So deal with it. Okay, and they have 45. For good measure, let's do 14's fine. Ugh. Get streamed. I guess something I probably could do is untap my puppetry and then in their upkeep flashback moments piece. But that doesn't matter. Okay. We gotta win. We're 1 and 2, 2 rounds left to go. Got a little bit lucky there that our opponent didn't have another pump spell, but I'll take it. Let's see if we can get the last two. Okay, match number 4, and we're on the draw. This is a little bit concerning because our opponent was recently published with a 5-0 Galvanic Relay Kiln Fiend, almost like Mono Red Storm-esque list, but it's definitely just like Mono Red Prowess and Pauper. But I don't know if this hand is actually good enough. I think I need to ship it. Okay, this is reasonable. Get rid of the Stream of Thought. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so this is probably MoggWarts. Maybe not. Okay, return the land. I don't really, like, it might still be MoggWarts, I don't know. I don't think MoggWarts plays Morphos, but the deck looks pretty different from last time I played it. Like, today is Saturday, so there was a list that top 4'd, or top 2'd, made the finals of the Saturday challenge. This might just be a Storm deck. That was a MoggWarts deck with artifacts in it, and I'm pretty unfamiliar with the artifact builds. Okay. So next turn we can play an enchantment. And Whisper. Dread Memory is actually pretty good against me, so I don't mind that they transmuted it. And it is MoggWarts. Am I supposed to hold open Muddle? I'm probably just dead if I pass, but I don't think I can win if I don't tap out here. Alright, go ahead and kill me. Like, I mean, if they goldfish me, they goldfish me. But there's just like 0 chance I ever win this game if I just sit here holding open Muddle the Mixture, so it is what it is. Alright, so Matron goes and gets Skirk Prospectors. Prospector sacrifices Matron, Putrid Goblin, and then they can cast First Day of Class with the Putrid Goblin trigger on the stack, and then they have infinite red mana. Yep. And then they can go get what is it called? There it is. Introduction to Prophecy, the preordain out of their board. Yep. Alright, now they have lethal. I'm not going to make them go through it. There's a ton of different ways they can kill me from. Alright, so let's go to game 2. Bring in the Hydroblasts. I think that's it. We're out of Puppetry. Maybe like 2 grip. Let's try this out. Okay. And that was definitely just our deck being too slow was the reason we lost that. And unfortunately, I just don't think we can keep this. Sure. So what I've learned so far from this league is that this mana base being a bunch of tap lands might not be correct. But I've also learned that I really, really like Flux. When I started playing the deck, I was sort of down on Flux, but today it's been really good. So maybe I've changed, or maybe I don't know. But Flux seems fine to me now. Like, just like I like that it just churns through a bunch of your deck all at once. So maybe even moving forward, if I go back to playing Brainstorm, I might still try to find room for a Flux somewhere. But I was thinking there about if I wanted to puppetry on their upkeep, but I can't afford to do that. I just have to try to do my thing. Okay. Yep. Not surprised by that discard. Yep. Next turn they'll likely have the combo. We have a counter spell now. Looting. So looting's really good in this deck because it helps you churn through and helps convert some of their red mana. But it also makes like casting Goblin Matron a lot easier by just like putting it to the graveyard so that way Unearth can bring it back. Yep. Just gonna peer. Grab another peer. Draw. So we need one of those enchantments now. I'm gonna let this resolve, because if they try to kill me, I could peer into another muddle. Yep. Okay, so now I go to 10. Sure. It doesn't change the clock at all, so that's fine. Here. I guess I should tap the Growth Chamber. Okay. Only an enchantment. These. Wonder if I should just like cast ideas here. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Well, I guess it's still good to put that into play. Because it's just an extra mana. Now I can discard 3 lands. Is that even the right move? No, I should probably discard Stream. So by discarding Stream, if I draw one of the enchantments next turn, I stand a shot at winning. Yep. Goblin Matron and... Okay. So this is going to put me to 3. So by killing the Prospector here, they can't Pyroblast on my turn. Enchantment. I think that's game. I would have needed to draw right there. Well, I guess I can go out on my own terms, right? I can deep analysis myself to death. Womp womp. 1-3. Okay, last match. We're on the play. Let's just, get 50 play points back. That doesn't sound too bad. And this hand is decent. We'll keep this. Okay. Bridge. Evolving Wilds doesn't tell me anything. Okay, we didn't need 3 enchantments. S. Okay. Not really sure what they're doing. Another enchantment, okay. I guess if they're on like fairies or something, we can just jam enchantments down their throat. Okay, we can dream script into an enchantment. Okay. So I wonder if they're like some sort of combo deck that's just going to kill me with that Pledge Mage. Getting in there? Okay. Only deal 2. Okay. I think I want to hang on to this Ideas for now. And just like play another enchantment. Not really sure what our opponent's doing. Okay. Excuse me. Am I dead? I don't want to be dead, so please don't kill me. Okay, so this is going to put me to 11. Alright, well that's not lethal. I will take not lethal. And they don't have counterspell mana up, so we have to be like Spell Pierce here, which I think we can do. Love the Ideas draw. Combo time. Okay. Tap. Suit up our land. We can eventually untap this with Psychic Puppetry. Okay, and what's Ideas? Beautiful. Alright, so let's suit up our land again. Cast Ponder. See if we can hit an Arcane Spell. I'll definitely take these. A bunch of mana, and now we can double splice. Okay. I'm gonna move these over here so that way I can target a little easier. Target myself with Deep Analysis. Okay. Seems like a good spot to transmute. Go get another copy of Ideas Unbound. Playing this deck is so much fun. I just need to find a way to make it faster. Like this is turn 6. This is like ideally 2 turns slower than where we want to be. So we have to just find a way to make it a little bit quicker. Okay. Ideas, and that's all 4 copies of Ideas Unbound. All right. I'm going to cast this Flux now. We have a lot of lands that we can convert into actual cardboard. And I'm going to get rid of the 3rd copy of Puppetry. We just don't need that many. Flux time! Woo woo. And now there's only 21 cards left in our deck too. Like we just tore through our deck. Like that was awesome. I probably should have done this before I tapped my land, whatever. I have so much mana, it doesn't matter. Right, so now we peer. I wish it was peer into the abyss, just through the depths. Grab another. Probably should have grabbed a stream actually. It's fine. I'm gonna transmute this so that way I'm shuffling it back in. Okay. Take the stream. I guess we can just like target ourselves and end this, right? Like no need to waste clock. Alright, so we're gonna deck ourselves here, and then I'm going to put a bunch of Ideas Unbound and other streams in our deck. Stream, and then Ideas. Tap this for mana. here. Now we just have to make mana in order to kill the opponent. I do really enjoy that Flux just saved me a ton of time by digging super deep into our deck with one spell. When it has 44 cards in hand, or deck. Actually, yeah, we can copy it once, I don't care. Another Delver deck. Grabbing ideas. Okay, that's good enough. Now they have 36. We're almost there. I just need to untap our land and then stream them. They have a Kiln Fiend. So this should be exactly 36. Storm 18 with Storm 20 being Deep Analysis? Is Deep Analysis just Grape Shot? Wow. I've never looked at it in that way before, but I guess Deep Analysis and Grape Shot do have a lot in common. I don't know what our opponent's like waiting on. Dispel. What are you doing? Okay. Now deep them. Woot woot. We've taken game number 1. I think we probably want both blasts. I liked the deep there, so I don't know if I want to board that out. Board out a pup, then 2 other cards. We're on the draw, so I'm going to skim on a land. Then I think it has to be a Flux. I just don't think you're allowed to take out Ponders or Reaches. And everything else just seems so vital. Seems like a keep to me. Turn 1 Ponder. Nice. So before I forget, if you're interested in working on this deck with me, join our Discord. It's free. And in there, I'll gladly talk to anyone who wants to work on this deck together. I do really like the artifact Indestructible Lands. I just need to figure out how to make this deck faster. Okay. Not a turn 2 Kiln Fiend. I like that. Just have to pass, nothing to do. I don't know if I missed Brainstorm this league, if I'm being honest. But it's just one league, and I don't really know. But I think moving forward, I will definitely be playing at least 1 copy of Flux in my deck. I have to buy a Japanese one. Okay. No Greenland yet. Teamer Battle Rage. Yep. Now we'll go to 17. Green source. Nice. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking it. They're really going all in on this Battle Rage, huh? Want destroy target permanent, not counter target spell. Get wrecked. Okay. The Growth Chamber. I can just play that on our new Karoo Land. We still don't have any Arcane Spells to go off with next turn, which is a little bit of a concern. Okay. There's one of those Arcane Spells I was talking about. And I think it's important to play the island here, not hold it for Flux, because you gain mana by having the enchantment already untapped on the land. Okay. Am I allowed to peer through depths? Peer be good. Give me an ideas. I'll take another peer though. Makes mana. I could have taken the muddle, but with muddle you lose mana anyway. So I'd rather just risk it and peer here. I mean, it's 10 cards. You're pretty likely to hit anyway. There's an ideas. Let's ideas. Splice. And that was a very good ideas. Okay. Once again, like, this is turn 6, and we're, like, doing the thing, but turn 6 is kind of late. All these counter spells, but nothing to do with them. Well, we can flux it away. That said, right now this flux is only going to be for like 3, which is kind of weak. Okay, muddle's good. Muddle gets another ideas. Okay. Well, that was stinky. I mean, they are just cards I can discard to flux. It's not the end of the world. I was just hoping for a little bit better. So I'm going to stream myself here and put 2 of those ideas back in the deck. Stream ideas here. And now when we flux, we're more likely to draw cards that don't stink. I'm going to discard these 4. I am getting rid of one of the puppetries. I know I can double splice, but I'm not really interested in that right now. Kind of just want to win the game. Okay. So let me just ponder. I don't think we want to stream ourselves yet. I'm going to use it now. I'm going to just clear those top 2. Maybe it's a little greedy to clear muddle. Ideas. Beautiful. So many manas. We do have to get all the way up to 45. Another enchantment's going to help with that. Okay, peer. This game shouldn't be too much longer. We just have to find stream, I think. Speaking of the devil. Add some more mana. Whoops, okay, I thought I accidentally added a white. Now it's reach. Twice. So they're not quite dead yet. We do need a few more spells. Shuffle. Beat myself here. And our opponent's had enough. Okay, so we went 2-3. I mean, if we look at this match, or no, it was this match. This is the match that I feel like I punted by misclicking. And then realistically, we're probably not going to beat Burn. We're not going to beat MoggWarts. So 2-3, it's around the ballpark that I expected. This list is a little too slow. I think it needs to be sped up. I probably could have won that first match, though, and it could have been a 3-2. Not the end of the world. So I'm not sure where to go from here, if I'm being completely honest. It needs something to be faster. It could be Growth Spiral. It could be Grazer. Explore is another option. I just don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I think that this is probably just too many tap lands. You might be able to get away with running no Boilerworks or Bridge, and just having straight blue-green and not running Pyroblast. But like I mentioned, Pyroblast hits Dravoka Horror out of Tron that we didn't face. It's also really good against fairies that we didn't face. So I like the Pyroblast. It's just I'm not sure what to do. So join our Discord, leave comments. I want to make this deck better. I do like the Bridge lands. I think that those are really good for the archetype. Let's make this deck broken. Thank you for watching. I know this was a long one. Take care, keep storming, have a great day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.